Hey, good morning, everyone. It is April 24th. We got the morning market rundown. Let's get into this here. So we sketched out a scenario on this daily time frame here. Had some suggestions. Jimbo, what do you think? James, what do you think? Bullish, bearish. Well, I just let this chart talk to me. We're underneath the 50. We're underneath the 20. The directions of these slopes are where? Heading down. This just looks to seem to be a bounce in a downtrend, so just be careful. I sketched out a bullish scenario that ideally maybe we pull back in over the next 2 days, and then next week we could start to get this little bit of relief, and maybe we could come back up and test this 200-day moving average, 50-day, and you could even see this 571 VP node, maybe get a parabolic move, and then ideally start to, as this data on the 50-day moving average starts to fall off as we get this rally, that can start to give us the evidence that the bullish environment could potentially be coming back in play as we get back above these key moving averages and the high of 2025. The average buyer from this high is losing money. So once we get back above this premises here, then ideally we have some evidence of some more control by the bulls, but even with a declining 50-day moving average. So ideally we get that rally, can digest a little bit. And then as this data starts to drop off and we add some equal data, we can start to flatten out that 50-day and get going. So that's the big picture. Let's get into the quick little rundown for today. So, we got the bearish scenario. We're looking for to see if price breaks underneath this 533.96. And then we're going to monitor down into that 3-day VWAP area here. A break below this 532 opens the door for a decline down into this 520 area, where we see this convergence of the 90-day tariff VWAP, the week-to-date VWAP, and the 5-day moving average. Ideally, this 528 holds, offering a potential bounce, day trade bounce, back into this daily VWAP premises. Okay, so ideally this 528 holds and offering a day trade bounce back into this VWAP, or if you're short in this area, starting to cover some of that short position. And if price continues to fail, monitor this 521 premises where this month-to-date VWAP lies. This could be a major level of support potentially. Now we'll flip it over to the bullish scenario here. And what we'll be looking to see is if price can now get back above that 2-day VWAP and hold above 540. Monitor for that rally into that 546 premises right here, which is that year-to-date volume weighted average price high of 2025. Now just be alert of the bear trap up in this area, that if we rally back above the VWAP and start to really not hold it and start to fail, that's where the bear situation could actually play in later in the day. So monitor that. So that takes care of the bullish and bearish situation for the SPY. Let's get into that QQQ quickly. So we can see here, zoom in and out. We talked about this 2024 year-to-date VWAP multiple times in these videos, how it acted as a relentless area of support. And here in 2025 at this 0.4, we got a nice bounce of support and we broke through it. At 0.5, we had an interaction where we could be flipping from support acting as resistance. So let's see what happens. Let's take it into that intermediate time frame here and get into the trade plan. So we're looking to see if price breaks underneath this 453.19 to monitor that test of this 2-day VWAP at this 450 premises. A break underneath this 450 could lead to that further downside into that 90-day tariff announcement, which is our green VWAP right here. And you could see the big juicy candle when Trump announced the delay of 90 days of tariffs. So if this level fails, monitor that 440, 455, and that's where we got this 5 DMA, 5-day moving average, week-to-date VWAP, month-to-date VWAP convergence. So this could be a key level of support within this area. The bullish scenario is if we get back above and reclaim this 2-day VWAP in 460, and then watch for a rally back up into that year-to-date 2025 high at that 467. So in the same concept here, monitor for a bear trap that if we get up in here, start to consolidate, maybe make one quick high and then break down beneath daily VWAP, that could lead to some further profit taking in that bearish situation taking place later in the day. So key VWAP levels and moving average can act as these magnets or reversal zones. So just confirm it with the intraday structure and some smaller time frames, and continue to watch this 90-day tariff announcement, as it seems to be our line in the sand as we keep flipping back and forth. If you like this kind of analysis, please like and subscribe.